What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
What's up? What's up? Good morning. How are we all doing today on this fabulously fresh Taco Tuesday, August 25th in the house? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, just MP. Just MP on YouTube, Dom on YouTube, MP on Twitch. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, we're still on Waffle Watch. I don't know what's going on. She was up all night in the To the Moon. No, is it canon YouTube? Did you jump in there? It was ridiculous. Tom was ripping Mike's comics. So Mike sent his comics to Tom so Tom could rip them. Dude was just pulling monster cover bees after monster cover bees. It was silly. Silly. Just who does that? It's just like a stack like of monster bees. But what's up? How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. Quiet in the chat. What's going on? Where's everybody at? How's school, dude? Did the kids get to school all right? Where are we at? Where are we at? How was it? How was the first day? Was it the first day? I don't know. Um, anyways, look, my day was my day. It's pretty simple. We got some push-ups done. We got some work done. I got the garage leak to about 90%. Oh shit, September 9th. Whew, gosh. Got the garage leak to about 90% dry, like pulling moisture out of it all weekend long. Client still seems to be claiming that she's seen some water come up through the floorboards, which I've never seen, we've never seen. So where do you go with that kind of situation? We'll write up something for her. Felt good to be in the gym yesterday. God, yeah. Look at this guy. Back after a vacation, ready to rock. So yeah, that was okay. The other job, they're just pushing my buttons, being a little dodgy, a little cagey about checks and money right now. A little frustrating because I got people that have, you know, people that worked on the job 2 months ago that still haven't been paid. So it's not entirely the client's fault. It's just the way that I do my billing system. But when I send them the invoices, I usually expect them to drop the checks within a week. So going on like week 3 just makes it worse and worse and worse. And then the job what I'm doing with the developer, guy's totally chill, so happy with everything, is just flying. Just we're just in cruise control, full pedal to the metal, just crushing, passing inspections, moving forward. Everything's going great over there. And then I just have a whole bunch of little stuff just popping up here and there. So looking down the barrel of a busy September, which is great because I need the cash flow, I need the income, I need the work. So the little stuff isn't too great to fill, but it works. It works. It works. It works. It works. Um, what else? Oh, fun moment for me yesterday, right? So I think I've been telling you guys about my the guy whose office I'm in right now. He and I have become good friends. He is definitely like a beast when it comes to work and finance and planning and all of that stuff. Um, I wouldn't call him a workaholic, but he was pretty close to that at one point. So we made a mutual agreement that we were going to teach each other stuff. His side was all those things I just mentioned, like work, financial planning, like all that kind of stuff that he's really good at. He's a really good communicator, talker, like networker, like he's a people person. And I am not. And my thing was like, what do I bring to the table? Well, other than being incredibly good looking, which I can't teach him, I'm fun to be around. I'm a fun person. I enjoy life. I do not take things seriously. I'm a really good listener. Um, Even though all you guys hear is me talk, I am an expert listener. Um, so, and then I'm like a family first person. So, just listening to him week after week, and especially this weekend, tell us the weekend recap of what he and his family got up to. It just, I don't know, just brings a smile to my face watching him talk about his time with his kids. He's got I'm gonna say a 7 year old, no, 8. I think he's 7 and 6, and he took them out to the duck club that he's a part of, and they got up super early, like 3 or 4 in the morning. He said the kids set alarms and were fully dressed and ready to go. They went out there and did some work, like building a duck blind, and then they learned how to like skin like a pig, like a boar or something. I guess before they got there, a couple of guys had shot up a family of pigs on the duck farm. Um, and so the kids learned, some skills about cutting open a pig. So it's cool. It's very enjoyable to me to listen to these stories of parents getting after it. I was also, just before the show, I was checking in with our friend Bukes. He posts and shares the show every morning, and Bukes has quite the following, y'all. Um, he's got a lot of people drop comments on that, and so I like to kind of peruse it here and there. And um, there was some good comments yesterday. One guy talking about going fishing with his 25-year-old son, and I just thought that was great too. Like we talked about, we put in all the work right now while they're young, obviously for many of reasons that we do all the stuff that we do as parents, supporting them, going and doing everything like that. But what it really is for is just building this relationship with this human that we co-created, so that when they ultimately become adults, you have like this potential built-in best friend or best friends that you can go and hang out with and go fishing with and go here and go see a movie with, whatever it is. Good morning, Chels. How you doing? How are you doing? What's up? What's up? So yeah, I just enjoyed that little snippet of a story. And shout out to Bukes and thank you. My biggest cheerleader over on X, aside from MP for sure, but Bukes definitely has, like I said, he's got this little thing going. It's like a good morning chain. And every now and then someone will drop a line about the show or about parenting. And those are the ones that I try to like hone in on, see if I can do anything there. So yeah, that was cool. Cool, cool. Went and saw the first car yesterday for a first potential car for my daughter. Um, Man, seeing old cars is just a thing that I thought I was past that, and then I guess I just didn't realize that I have 3 kids and I'm gonna be doing this. This is a thing. Just out here learning from the best parents like you Messers and Dom. Don't take advice from Messers. Your life will get messy. Yeah, but messy's fun. Sometimes we need to challenge ourselves. Sometimes life gets a little too easy. We need to involve and get a little mess in our life. Yeah, yeah. We've been searching for cars, and we're really trying to just get her like a cheap first car, like beater. Like we're not trying to get a loan. We're not trying to get her into anything. She cannot have a job right now. She has too much of a demanding schedule. So we just need something that we can buy outright real quick. Um, and isn't too crazy. And I guess here's the thing. The problem I have is these people on these websites, they trick you. They take the pictures, they edit the pictures, they change the lighting in the pictures, and then you get there and you're like, God dang it. I did not see all this damage or all these paint chips and all this stuff in those photos. Um, like I was even looking at the photos again this morning after seeing the car, and I'm like, this is not cool. Like this is not what I saw. So I kind of like went in there with different expectations and then was like immediately let down. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if what it was. I had a bright red Toyota Celica as my first car, and it was the greatest time ever. Yeah, I had a bright red. I don't. It's just red. All red is pretty bright, right? Is it really different? I had a Honda Prelude. Yeah, that was my jam. And it was like the paint was all messed up, like it was all faded. And so I had to repaint it. And then my next car was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, same thing, paint all chipped and faded, and I had to paint it. And so this car that I looked at yesterday had all those same things, like the paint all messed up. So I was like, I told her, I'm like, hey, that's what I had. And I just, you know, had a job and then eventually painted it. But back then, repainting a car was like 2 grand. I'm sure today it's three, four, maybe five. And that's almost as much as the car costs, right? We're looking at a car around $5,000 or $6,000 for her. So I think that's like a hard pill to swallow. I wanted a Celica so bad, that or a Grand Camino, but I had a Jeep Cherokee. Dude, I wanted a Jeep Cherokee so bad. Bright ass orange. That's funny. That's so funny. You guys are hilarious. So going to try to see another car today. Um, See if it's like the same situation. We're looking at 2012 cars. It's very fascinating that I had a car in that was a 1985 that I drove when I was like early 2000s, and then my next car was a 90s car, and and then now here we are. I'm looking at 2012 cars, and we still haven't figured out how to get paint to stop chipping. I don't know what's going on with the paint industry at MP. Why can we not figure this out? The sun's just too hot, is what it is. The sun's always going to win. Is basically it gives us life, and it destroys everything we create. So it is what it is. That's just life. And plus, it keeps the paint industry alive. Look, here's the thing. It's the same thing with the pharmaceuticals and medical. If we fixed, if we fixed paint, if we fixed all diseases, what would all of you people that work in medical and paint do for the rest of your lives? Yeah, the EPA taking all the lead. Yeah, let's just put some more lead back in. But wraps last less. Wraps, I was reading on there 2 to 3 years, 2 to 4 years, because that was our thought is, oh, everybody's just doing wraps anyways. There's no way that lasts. Um, Especially in the extreme heats. Like we're 105 degrees all week at our house this week. Boom. Wrap them, bling it like a TikTok girl. My daughter was very much like, oh, I don't care if the paint's messed up. I'm gonna paint it purple. I'm gonna wrap it with Spider-Man. Like, girl, you don't have any money. Bejewel it. Yeah, she's just out there bejeweling it herself. Anyways, got home. Wife was a little upset with me because she asked me if I could take Bentley to swim in the heat. And I was like, no, thanks. I don't want to do that. Sorry. It's not my jam. So she definitely cold shouldered me the rest of the night. Yep. That was super fun. But I got to help Brooklyn with some homework. So that was cool. She needs some help with math. Uh, it's so weird in today's math. I, I I can't figure out how to teach math. I just know it, and so sometimes I really struggle like teaching, especially at her level, like what she's learning. It seemed simple enough and I thought I was explaining it enough, but it definitely didn't go over well. But we got through it. We got through it. And then she switched over to science, and I'm like, girl, I don't know science. I don't know science. We all have feelings towards math, 100%, towards everything. And feelings towards all student study stuff. But yeah, she brings me over to get science, to show science, and I read through it, and I'm like, okay, well, do it. What do you want from me? And she's like, well, I'm supposed to use this like little computer thing and like drag these like gears and these cranks and this wind in here and see how like certain things transfer energy to allow things to happen. And I'm like, okay, like a chain reaction, got it. I'm like, so do it. Let's see it. And then she starts doing it, and like the computer like let her drag these things. And then it was like, okay, now crank the crank. So she literally had to take the mouse and crank a crank around in a circle. And she's like, and then it would do something. And she's like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then before you know it, she had written her whole assignment and then was still playing around with the little app that allowed her to do all that. So she had fun. Actually, I have feelings towards all core curriculum that's not needed or won't ever be needed. I agree to a certain extent. Why, but why? Um, but there are like principles within math. Like for instance, the math that she was learning yesterday, what is very much something that like, yes, she doesn't need to like memorize how to complete the problem because there will always be calculators or AI or something like that. But like just in general, it was something along the lines of um, a kid wants to learn skiing and the mountain pass costs this much money and lessons either private or semi-private cost this much money. So if the kid has this much money saved, how many lessons can they have? Something along the lines of that. So it's just about like learning how to financially plan. But yes, I know where you're going. Throw that into AI and turn your brain off. You are car shopping and we are having discussions about taking off the training wheels on bikes. Yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? No, that's dumb. Thanks, Chelsea. Tell me what you're going to need a principal. No. You drop something on your foot. I guess that's how you learn it. Like, why did I have to learn all those different equations if a button on a calculator does it? MP, our teacher's famous last words. You'll never have a calculator on you when you need it. Yep. Oh man. By high school, they gave up and realized we could program the calculators with all the answers. Yep. I remember that. You used to be able to like program an app or whatever in your calculator, but really just in the notes of the programming, you could just put all the answers. And so on the outside, it wouldn't look at it. But if you went into the edit, then you'd see it. I may have had Pokemon and Mario on there as well. Spelling blurb. TI-80. Yep. Let's go. Emulators. Man. All right. All right, you guys. The $300 calculators that weren't allowed to use. Yeah, for sure. Because they knew what you were doing with them. They knew what we were doing with them. Such bad kids. But see, nowadays in class, they take their phones. I went to both my kids' schools, and in my high schoolers, there's literally a thing hanging up on the wall with pockets, and it's each pocket is numbered and each desk is numbered. So whatever your desk number is, you put your phone in that pocket till you're done with your classwork. So none of that stuff. Most of the teachers seem to be okay with AI, but they use some form of Google where they can see the keystrokes and the timing on stuff. So if they look at a paper and they like have any inkling that it's a chat, an AI, or any sort of plagiarism, they can dive deeper into the paper and see that it wasn't, a kid typing this paper over an hour. It just all appeared in a second. So dumb. Get their fingers their phone and let them download every dollar app and measuring app tool app. Well, that's what you get to do at home, Chels. Okay. So I I don't know that I fully agree with you, but whatever. It is what it is. It's okay. My kids, when they're at home on their phone, they just wanna play and veg out and scroll and all that other stuff. So I don't know that that'd be better on at school. I think they would just why is there an ad? Good lord. They're just doing this to keep babysitters around. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right. Chels has
Don't
derailed
do
the
the
entire
reading.
show in such a fun way. I really appreciate it. Because I can't even fill a whole 30-minute show on the reading. Honestly, I don't know what it is. My daughter said to me the other day that she doesn't have good reading comprehension. And I feel like that could be true. I don't have the greatest reading comprehension. I like the book. I like the reading. It makes me think. I appreciate coming on the show and hanging out with you and letting you guys blow me up and derail the show in any way, shape, or form. I don't think my predecessor liked that very much, because his ADD brain, he needed to get the thoughts out. So, you know, all my love to that guy. But I did have some thoughts on this reading today. Couple are mine, couple are chats. Just letting you know. Are you telling them this? Are we going to be dream builders or dream killers? Right? Our kids come to us. I'm just here for the t shirt. Well, good Lord, Dylan. Way to come in hot. Way to just do that business. You do way more than you think, Dom. Damn, that shirt would look amazing in dark gray. Well, look at this. Guys, since Dylan asked, there you go. It's technically live, okay, guys? It's technically live. I just wanted to just give you the slight, um, dun, 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 the slight caveat. You'll see right here. I'm showing screen, right? You guys see this right here? Daily Dad's podcast merch, right? And then there we go. Okay. We're gonna see that. We got it live. Shells gave me a girl clothes. Yep, that's the main page, but we're starting a thing here with them. Okay. The only thing I don't know, and I reached out to talk to them, is I wanted to get a little bit more specific clarity on the um the way everything works. Why did that go so big? Jeez Louise. Um, because they got four different things here. They have the Comfort Colors tee for $23. They have the Bella Canvas, which is the one that I'm rocking, and I love Bella Canvas, so I recommend this. I don't know what sweatshirt means. Okay. The image doesn't change, so I don't know if that's a hoodie, if that's just a long sleeve tee, and I don't quite know what youth shirt is. So I asked them because nothing appears down here. There's no notes. I asked them if they could kind of clarify what all of these other ones are. I know for sure, and I would recommend if you want one to start with the Bella Canvas. Okay. So that's that. And then I am asking them also some more information about where the where the funds go, what the profit is, what all that stuff is, if there's a way. See, it just says brand sweatshirt. So I'm not really a fan of that. And then yeah, there's the two colors, the charcoal and whatever. So that's that. Yeah. So go check that out. If you want to buy, go ahead and buy. If not, no big deal. Um, yeah, that gave me a link to. We all left and came back to a commercial, right? Sorry, dude. What is this magic? Twins are fighting. Gotta run. Love your faces. Bye, Charles. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Dude, those twins, guys, we're not going to get anywhere on the rating today, so we might as well just give up. Have you guys been on Chelsea's Instagram? If you haven't, go. Go do it. Like, don't leave the show. I'm not even going to close this. But go find her on Instagram because the twins are dope. They're She's got them watching these videos, these dance videos, and ooh, they're young, but they're like following, like in step. And it's just really cool. It's really cool to watch and see them little dudes, them little curly haired messes, just shaking their booties and doing their dance moves. So, highly recommend it. It's cool. It's a smile. Show them some love on the timeline. But, anyways, I guess we should do some reading. You guys took notes. We got to do the reading. So, today's reading was basically following along the lines of everything that we've talked about this month is just being their biggest fan, supporting them, you know, talking to them about their dreams, their aspirations, their goals, whatever it is, and just trying to not crush them, right? Not drop your experience, not drop the weight of the world, not drop too many warnings on them. Allow the world to do that for you because the world is going to do that, right? We know that. You can warn them a little bit, but err on the side of caution because you don't want to be that negative person when they come to you and say, with whatever it is, I want to be a lead singer in the band. No, you'll never do that. You're not good enough. Come on. Okay. What do you need to do? Let's plan this out. Do you sing for 30 minutes a day? Okay. Why don't you start there? What kind of music, what kind of song, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, try to try to build them up. Try to do your best to be a positive influence and not not kill the train. Okay, right. Then there's a little tangent and this kind of felt a little disconnected for me. Kind of went on a little tangent there about money, finances, fame, success, and failure, and stuff like that. So this reading felt a little off to me, but I guess it gives me something else to talk about. Um, just went into failure versus quitting. It's okay to fail, learn, and pivot. Success is not the goal. Growth is learning. What's up, Robbie? How you doing, buddy? Robbie, since you just missed it, I'll post it somewhere, but click this link. This new t-shirt is live. The beard brought me. What's going on? Um, that link takes you to the main page, but there is something right at the top that says Daily Dad Podcast. So, you know what I didn't think about? Yeah, okay, they did put dads. Daily dads. So yeah, that's coming out. We're coming out with more. I don't know. If you guys like them, I'm not gonna push them. I don't care. It's made to order, so it's not there's no financial burden on me. It's just whether or not you guys want to. Yeah, I'm gonna like what I wanted to do honestly is I wanted to have them fix the issues that I had with the link in that it wasn't there's no clarity behind the actual shirt you're getting. Like that's something that I don't like about shirts. So that's when I was really going to blast it out to everyone. But until then, I just didn't want a million questions or people to feel like they don't know what they're getting. So yeah, but it was good to see you, buddy. And thank you again for always being there and pushing me to like get the steps in, get some sort of physical activity. I love the push up challenge. It really reinvigorated it in me. My back and my chest and my arms are always sore. So doing 100 a day is very difficult. I know MP said he's already at 40. Love you too, man. And yeah, I love watching everything that you're after, especially when you drop the grandkids in the timeline. So super dope. We're here, guys. We're here at the end of the show. Had some fantastic people jumping in. I love you guys all. Thank you for being here, always supporting me. You know where I'll be tomorrow, same time, same channel. Do me a favor, show some love and support on the posts that I've been doing. I've been trying to drop some daily questions. I've been working and doing some, like AI generated videos. That's my voice in the voiceover. I don't do the AI voice or anyone else's voice because they just don't say words correctly. So even though I don't like my voice necessarily in those, it is my voice. But yeah, if you guys could try to like circulate some answers to the questions or, something, drop a little something. I think that'd be fun. I'd appreciate it. So till tomorrow, people. I'll see you on the timeline. We'll hang out. Have a great day. Have an amazing Tuesday. Go get your tacos and see you tomorrow. Bye.